Hello, Squirrel Squad. Oh, forget about this TV and it's down real low. Don't even know why I turned the thing on. We have got Happy Mail. And yesterday, and it's from Miss Linda Osmond, you sweetie pie, you. I didn't even know. If I check my email more often, I might know some things. Oh, and before I open this, let me do this so I won't forget. I am attempting, I have already sent a square to Jewel Hardison. Actually, her name is, I believe it's, well, I won't say it in case she doesn't want it known, but Jewel. Y'all know her, Hardison Jewel Hardison. Lately, she's got a name change. I think it's Jewel with whips, W-I-P-S, and chains, as in crochet chains. And I probably just totally screwed up the name of her channel, but you know who I'm talking about. Also, she is a friend of Left is Right Crochet, as well as a friend of mine, and friend of a whole bunch of us, Sandy. And I think Sandy has done some info on this. I know Jewel, if you go to Jewel's channel, you will find this information. I printed it off, but I did like a screenshot print, so I'm missing some of the words, but she's trying to crochet with our help, and that's where the rub is. Also, Linda, just a crochet sister, please go to her channel, and she tells you about it, and also, like, what's going on with you people? We're not getting any squares. Well, I sent Jewel a square. It's been a while. I think she thought it was knit, and I want to say I'm pretty sure I did a moss stitch, but maybe it looked knit. It was crochet, but it wasn't a granny square, because Granny's never done a granny square, but Granny's hoping to learn. I just pulled up a basic one from Crystal's site. So I'm going to try to do some more, Jewel. Try to do the granny squares. But please, all of you other wonderful, talented crocheters, and I know you've done granny squares before. If you haven't, you'll be like me and learn through a video. Jewel needs, she's going to put together all these squares. And you know that if you've been following Billy, she's having some surgery coming up real soon, like I think Monday. Don't quote me on that. Take a look at a Crafty Floridian, and that's Billy, and see what's going on there as far as her. But Jewel wanted to have this blanket for her for after, post-op. So if we don't get her the square, she can't get it done. And she only had, I believe at last count, maybe 20. And I only sent her the one because I was thinking everybody loves Billy and she's going to be swamped and have a whole bunch. Well, that hasn't happened. So we need all the Squirrel Squad, as many of you as possible. And it's not but a couple dollars to mail it. I mean, just get a little tiny mailer and put your square or squares in. But they need to be a 6-inch square. And you do need to measure and get them as close to 6 inches as you can, so it won't be all woppy-jawed. And I think she says here, the following is optional, but pretty please, a postcard of where you live with your channel name. And I live in a teeny tiny town, so I didn't have a postcard. But I'm pretty sure she knows that I live in Faith, North Carolina, and I think I put that, I think I emailed. If I didn't, I hope I sent a card with it. She didn't get back to me on anything that I needed to send, so I guess she has everything for me. But if you can send a postcard of where you live and add your channel name and your name and a message to Billy, if you could also do a selfie of you with your square and email the selfie to Hardison, Heartisan, like artisan, but with an H-E in front of it, at gmail.com, hardison@gmail.com. It says the selfie will help Jewel keep track of who sent what. Better at that than doing videos on her phone. She will join the squares. And something I've got, this is cut off, as you can see. Something about join the squares, a small selfie to attach to the card so Billy can read them and see who made each square. So that's for Billy as well as for Jewel, it looks like, and a little about where it came from. I guess that means where your square, maybe the name of your square and where you got the pattern or something. And golly, I took a screenshot of the other one and it came out little tiny. I should have, and my printer's almost out of ink. Why are we doing this? I think it says, I'd like you to know why. And I think I've already told you, Billy recently received a beautiful blanket and commented that no one had ever made her a blanket before. And I guess the blanket was for her to send to someone. And I know she did one. We sent squares. I didn't, but y'all did. And it was, she put it together for her brother-in-law. And I know people send her hats and other things that she then sends on. I felt there was something wrong. I'm so sorry. I can't. If you go to Jewel's channel, you can see this. And basically, it's, you know, we love Billy and we want her to know that we love her, and doing a blanket. And I mean, you know, all we have to do is do squares and send them into Jewel. Oh, the name of her channel, please write this down. Jewel's, Jewel', House of Whips, WIPS, and Chains, aka Hardison. So look for Jewel's channel and more info about squares. I told Linda, asked me if I would do a shout out about that. So I've done it now, and I will put that in my title. And if there's anything I left out, I'm sure I probably did. Jewel and Linda, if y'all could put in a comment in this video or something, I will pin it or say it again in my live today. That's going to be at 3 bells. Okay. And that's a very worthwhile project. And thank you, Jewel, for doing that. And maybe Linda. Don't know whose idea it was, but it's a great one. And great of Jewel to do that. Okay. This is from Linda Osman, as I said, Osman. Thank you, Linda. You're so sweet. And cute little Donald Duck. And it says, just a note, read aloud. Okay. GrannyDee, I know you like darn good yarn. I really do. And she says she really doesn't. So I made a little something the first month. You didn't like it, but didn't cancel. Crazy, right? I finally did. So I'm sending you all but what I used and a little something, something. Like all your podcasts, you take care. Oh, Linda is Quilty Crocheter. Duh. Linda, I've been wondering where you were. So I remember seeing your name in the lives. I don't put 2 and 2 together, y'all. Need to write this down in my book of channel names along with real names. So thank you. Yes, I love darn good yarn. And now that you've sent me yours, I'll have more for bigger projects. And you know, I've got a lot of this stuff, but it's stacked up. And she sent me the tiered air plant hanger pattern. Not only the stuff, but the patterns for the knit and crochet version of each one. So great. And I've been meaning to do that because I would love to hang it. And I even have the air plants that I bought. Well, they're fake air plants. Yeah. I'm that bad of a green thumb. I have a very brown thumb. Wow, look at all these patterns. Yay, extra patterns. And I have a designated, because y'all can see I got a mess over here. My craft room's pretty decent, but if I don't soon get another cubby, which has not been an option lately just because I keep buying yarn, and yeah, it's only a couple dollars here and there, but you know, it adds up, and then I don't have money for the thing. So, man, we got lots of patterns, which I already had them, but doesn't hurt to have 2 copies. But I do have, you know, I got the, if you know anything about Darn Good Yarn, they have a nice big bag. It's like a big, but it's not a tote bag, like a backpack, but it's huge. And so I've got all my Darn Good Yarn things. Wow, this is wonderful. Oh my gosh, look at the squirrel. Linda, this is great. Look at this, y'all. Now, not only do I have a mug from Sandy, but I've got this little cup. I can put my cold coffee concoction. I've been drinking hot tea, Sandy, Crochet A, out of my other mug, G-rated on one side and a little PG-13 on the other side. But this is precious, Linda. Thank you. I don't know where y'all find all this squirrel stuff. And would you feast your eyes? I've got all of these if I haven't made the projects yet. And a lot of them I didn't because I was waiting to get more of the same yarn. So these 2 are the same. And I know I've got one of these. Not sure if I have that one or not. And I know I've got some of this. So I can add to it. Hooray, hurrah. And wowee, jackpot. Oh man, I was going to order more of this. This is the Sandy Beach. Jackpot! Oh man, I love it. I love some Darn Good Yarn. And you know, I've dyed some of the bear yarns too. This is Wild Bird of Paradise. I have some of all of these, but ooh, look at this. It's Dee for GrannyDee. And this one is Caribbean Current. They're all recycled silk. And they're lace weight, I think. If they're lace weight, it's 300. No, let's see. DK and sport weight. So DK is 150 yards. What that is. And this is a number 2 sport weight. So this is 200 yards. Like I say, I've got some of this. Yep, I've got some of this too, which is great because this is bulky. Speckled tweed, stormy day, 50 yards. So you don't get a whole lot of yardage, but that's why I save mine up. Unless it's a lace weight. If it's a lace weight, you get like 300 yards. Wow, okay. And then, this one's called Black and Hue instead of Black and Blue. Mystic Shadows. And this is, looks like 80 yards. It says it's super fine, but that can't be right. Because it's a number 4. I'm not sure. But it's lovely. And thank you, thank you, thank you. And so I have 2 of these. Yay! And they're the ones that are 200 yards apiece. And look, It would even go with this. And I'm pretty sure I have another one of these. Man, this is like Christmas, Linda. And I have one of these too. Yay! See, it's great when I already have it because I can add to it. I've just been keeping it in that bag, waiting for more. This is worsted weight roving silk yarn, Crimson Fire, 75 yards. And it has all the info about the needle size and hook size. I just didn't mention all that. And the grams and all that stuff. And it says, I just like the Darn Good Yarn mission, you know, gives jobs to ladies in India. And the reclaimed silk, I believe, is from like saris. The Indian saris. I could be wrong, but I think that's correct. Wow, Linda. Wow, wow, wow. I love it. And y'all, if you don't like, if you've been a member of Darn Good Yarn and you don't care for it, you can, of course, cancel it if you don't like it. But you can also, she must have used some of this maybe. Or maybe this is all of it. She just bottled it up. But I have lots more of this. Enough to do a decent, I think lots more. I haven't already done something with it. Yeah, I do have this too. But they have a website, and they even have Malabrigo, and they have good sales and things too. This is called Begonia Speckled Tweed Recycled Silk. It's a number 4, 55 yards. So these are the things that come in the membership boxes. But you can order extras of these things, but you can order all kinds of things. They even have like needles and hooks and all kinds of things. Pink Flamingo is a bulky 5, 50 yards. Just gorgeous. I love them, I love them, I love them. Worsted weight silk roving yarn watercolors. Yep, I have this. 75 yards. I'm so tickled. Now I have some to add to. And this looks the same. Yep. Yep. Both of these are the watercolors. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Linda. Really, really appreciate it. And the way cute cup. And your sweet card. And my Dee with the pine tree. I may leave this as is for the rustic look. I'll put your notes probably in my Darn Good Yarn bag. And I'll put these patterns, very important, in with the Darn Good Yarn bag. And one of these days, when I get around to being able to do some other projects, because I do need to make some more squares for Billy, but I hope I can. I'm going to try to learn how to do one. I just sent a square, like I said, of the moss stitch. It wasn't a granny square, but it was a square. So remember your 6-inch squares. You can ask questions on the live, and if I know, hopefully, Jewel, I hope you'll be on my live today at 3 if you can. 3 Eastern, y'all know. And Sandy, if you can be there. Linda, if you can be, most of y'all are often there. If y'all can be there to help me answer any questions I might not know, that would be great. And also, y'all can direct your questions. But before you ask questions, go to those channels. Go to Jewel's channel first. And remember, that's Jewel's House of Whips and Chains. WIPS. That's works in progress, and chains, you know, like crochet chains. So it's not what you, it's not anything weird. Jewel's a sweet, sweet gal. And so is Sandy, and so is Linda, and of course so is Billy, and so is my Squirrel Squad. So any help that you can provide will be greatly appreciated. Thank you again, Linda. Love to all of you. See you, I hope, at 3. If I said 5, I totally didn't mean it. 3 on the weekends, on Saturday and Sunday. 3 bells Eastern. So only about 1, 2, 3, a little over 3 hours, I think. All right. Love ya. Be sweet. Don't be ugly.